It has been a very busy weekend for Newcastle United. On Friday and Saturday night, we had Sam Fender play here at St James's Park. Let me know down below if you were there and if you're still feeling a little bit groggy this afternoon. We also had the new kit release with our new sponsor, SELA. On the front will be our shirt sponsor for our Champions League season. But is that all SELA will be bringing to Newcastle United? Because ever since we bought back the Strawberry Place land, conversations have been ongoing over what we will do with it. The biggest one being an extension to the stadium to bring more seats to fans. But it's not easy, it's complex, and it takes time to plan. In that time, could we be doing something else with this area? Well, the rumours, the reports, the thoughts of fans are that could this be used as a fan zone? And as part of the announcement for our new sponsor, SELA, Darren Eales, Peter Silverstone spoke about building a relationship with SELA, who in fact are a sports and events company. Darren Eales, I think for the first time in verbal confirmation for me, spoke about fan engagement and getting fans into a fan zone around the stadium. So in this video, I thought I'd jump on and give you my thoughts, opinions and hopes for what we can see for this bit of land. When building could well start? When could it be open for the fans? How long will it be here? What are the positives and negatives? And what could be the long-term expectations? Yes guys, how's it going? Welcome back to a new video. Hope you guys have all had a great weekend, and as I say, it's been very, very busy for Newcastle. St James's Park was buzzing, bouncing Friday and Saturday night as Sam Fender did his first gig at St James's Park. I was lucky enough to be there on the Friday night. If I'm totally honest, I still feel a little bit hungover now, but it was worth it. It was brilliant. And to add to that, we saw the new kit release with SELA on the front. Have to say, I am a big fan. I like the fact that it's a black and white sponsor. To be honest, I think it matches the top well. I like that the Castore badge is also white on the shirt rather than blue. But as I say, as part of that announcement video for SELA, Darren Eales, Peter Silverstone spoke in 2 to 3 minutes worth on who SELA is and what they will be bringing to the club. The hope that they can help build our brand to the world. The hope that we can help build their brand to the UK and the world. And Darren Eales is a man who, ever since he got here, has been talking about fan engagement, getting more fans involved, which is why it was so big for me that Newcastle went ahead and bought back this bit of land right here, the Strawberry Place land that we know was sold by the club a couple of years ago, and thankfully bought back, as it's one of the real final pieces of land around the stadium that could allow us to extend St James's Park. As I've mentioned in this video already, it's complicated, it's not easy. We've got the road outside the ground which links directly to the RVI for the rest of the city centre. Can we build over it? Can we build under it? Will we have to build straight over it? I mean, it's going to be a conversation that I think will go on for a little bit of time. And because of that, the question has been, what can we do with this bit of land right behind us? Well, I've said for quite some time, and if you have been watching the videos for a while, you'll already know this. And if you have been watching but haven't subscribed, do hit that big red button. It costs nothing. Scroll down just a little bit, hit the big red subscribe button. Trying to have loads of videos and hopefully a video very soon in the future with maybe a whole bunch of cranes and builders getting this turned into a fan zone. Darren Eales spoke about at his time at Atalanta as the CEO there before coming over to Newcastle about fan engagement, getting the fans involved. What can we do more to have not just fans inside the stadium, but fans involved if they couldn't get a ticket, or fans before the game, fans after the game, maybe even throughout the week, maybe coming down here, having talks, live music, really trying to build on what has been so great on the pitch. Fantastic season, Champions League. Now everyone's looking around and going, what else can we do with this amazing club? How can we really pull this community together? And after a number of reports that Newcastle were in talks with a whole host of different companies on who would be the new shirt sponsor this season, well, it turned out to be SELA, a sports and events company. Darren Eales spoke about the extravaganzas they have put on all over the world, bringing fans together, and the hope is now they will bring the fans together in our own city as well. Darren Eales actually said that he looks forward to working closer to home on a fan zone project at St James's Park in partnership with SELA. So as I've said, is that an announcement? I think it's as close as you'll get to one. It doesn't confirm that it will be this area here. It could be somewhere else, but you've got to think that this will be it. So when could we potentially expect to see building work right here behind me for a new fan zone? Well, potentially as quickly as the next week or two, ahead of next season. If Newcastle have the land and that is the plan, I've no doubt they want to get cracking and in action as quickly as possible. Could it be ready for the 12th, 13th of August? Possibly not. That is quite a tight timeline, but if they get cracking straight away, maybe they can do it. And if and when the building work begins and is hopefully finished ahead of this season, what can the Newcastle fans expect? Well, for match days, you would hope there will be something on before and after the game. If it is a televised game, it is an opportunity, hopefully, for fans who don't get a ticket to still come out, enjoy the game in a crowd with other Newcastle fans. 3 p.m. kickoffs. It would be nice if, in theory, because it is still part of the club, Newcastle could show it there. I think that might be a tough one to get around. There's loads of conversations on Watershed, 3 p.m. Are they going to get rid of it? Are they not? If it was, you'd like to hope Newcastle could have every game on there for any fan who wants to come down, who potentially doesn't get in the stadium. Will it be ticketed? Will you have to buy a ticket to get in there beforehand, during and after? Possibly. I think that is a possibility just because of the fact that there is 52,000 people all coming in here. And a lot of them are going to walk past that. So if they don't do tickets, it's tough to say. What about days when there isn't a game on? Now, it's strange because really when I think about fan zones and parks, it's all to do with the club. But SELA, as an events company who put on, as Darren Eales has said, extravaganzas all over the world, are they going to put something down that gets used once every 2 weeks? Well, now that it's Champions League and hopefully we'll get a few cup runs, so maybe it is more than that. But I actually envisage this being, to use an example, a stack-style fan zone. I imagine it being crates with bars, with food, with local businesses coming in, able to sell their food, burgers, pies, pizzas. But I do think this is something that could be built and used every day, open, certainly through the summer, or something very similar to Box Park that we saw Newcastle fans very much enjoy ahead of the Carabao Cup final. That would have a roof, that would make it more viable all year round. Would you come down here on days that aren't a match day to maybe watch other football games, to see some live music, I'd love to see the club really reach out and try and do like a 2-weekly event, not even on a match day. Come down, have an ex-player on, have someone from the local area come and do a talk, have some local bands have a chance every Friday night, every Thursday night, come down and do something here. Would be amazing. And you can tell that it excites me. It's something that I have spoken about a lot in my videos for quite a long time, but I have spoken to other people who are less excited about it. Screw the fan zone. Just get the extension of the Leazers done and dusted. You let me know your thoughts down below. Is it something that you're excited about? Is it something that you're positive about? If you're someone who already has your match day ritual sorted, you're someone who goes to that pub, you get your Greggs, and you get in the stadium, you wouldn't even go in the fan zone. Let me know your thoughts down below on that one, and then it kind of comes into what are the more long-term thoughts. You know, if this does get built, how long will it be there? How long before the extension gets put in? My guess would be maybe 2 to 3 years. How long is our deal with SELA going to last? If SELA go, will we find a new sponsor for the fan zone, or will that depend on how far we are along with the extension? And if the extension is going to happen, do we just fob it off? No more fan zones? If it's really, really successful and people want to have it somewhere else, there's one option in my mind that I still think is very possible. Leazers Park. Yes, Leazers Park right next to St James's Park, literally a stone's throw away with a whole host of land available. And yes, I agree. Rob, it's the council, they won't let it happen. There's actually regulations in place to preserve the park, and I totally get that, and I totally understand that, and that's why the area in front of St James's Park at Strawberry Place is the number one right now. But as I've mentioned, the long-term hope is that we do a extension of the Gallagher end. Does that mean that we lose the fan zone? Is there another option? And I have thought about this quite a lot. And we've already seen Newcastle in conversation with the council about a whole host of things. I'm sure they were very much in talks with the council over buying the Strawberry Place land, what their plan is to do with it, what can they do with it. They aren't just going to do it without speaking with Newcastle Council first. And Leazes Park is great. It's absolutely boiling, by the way. I need to take this jumper off as quickly as possible. Loads of people out here today enjoying the lovely sunshine in Newcastle. And if something did come here, I think it wouldn't be the same. I've spoken already in this video about maybe making it like semi-permanent, maybe with a roof so it can last all year round, a box park, stack style. Like if we brought something to Leazes Park, it would have to be different. I'm actually stood here just off the main site of Leazes Park, so this area right behind me here, there's not really anybody here. And if you imagine, cut a hole in those trees, little walkway through, and boom, you've got somewhere that fans could meet and enjoy before the games. I don't imagine if we did it here, it would be like every day, all year round. It would be match day specific, maybe even away day specific for fans who can't get to the away game, have somewhere to go. And you might be asking, what's in it for the council? Because really, the chances are they'll take over some of the park, they might even ruin some of the grass, ruin some of the park. I think like most parks in the whole of the UK, I think Leazes Park could do with a little bit of TLC. The grass needs cutting. There's a few buildings to the back of the park that have been left there abandoned and have been for some time. I have no doubt the council will be willing to talk about this with Newcastle, and if we were to say, well, by the way, we'll help with the maintenance. We'll send some money your way. We'll help do those buildings up at the back that have been left there derelict for quite some time now. So I don't rule it out. I understand why people have and why there might be other options. Or the other option is we'll fob it off. You know what it is? It was good while it lasted, but the extension's more important to the stadium. Get yourself back into town. Go and enjoy the bars that are already there. Maybe you're a business owner with a pub in town and you don't want the fan zone. That gives people the opportunity to go somewhere else. Maybe you're a food vendor in Newcastle who sells, as I mentioned, burgers or pizzas, and you're excited for it at the hope of the opportunity to come down and maybe have a stall there. Maybe we could do a rotation system where different people come in every other week and they can mix it up. So I think there's huge positives, not just for Newcastle, but for the city. I think it's great, and it's a great opportunity, both short-term and long-term, so you let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I will end the video here. Be sure to let me know your thoughts down below on the possible short-term SELA fan zone coming to the Strawberry Place developments. As I've said, Darren Eales has not wrote it down. It's not an official announcement, but to come out in a video and speak quite clearly over the links with Newcastle and SELA and the hope to bring in fan engagement and a fan zone local to St James's Park. I wonder where it could be. Not the massive bit of land we've just bought outside of the stadium. You should think so. Let me know your thoughts on the positives, negatives down below. Is it something you want to be involved in? Have you got a ticket? Would you rather they just did the extension? Have you got a ticket and you want to go there before and after a game? Are you just picking up on this video because you're interested in Newcastle City Centre and you would like to see another place you can go and maybe watch some live music, see some comedians, have a beer, and have a Friday or Saturday night out? You let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you for watching. As always, drop a like and subscribe. I'm trying really hard this summer to come out and bring some different kinds of content. So I'm hoping this is a video you have enjoyed. And if you have and you're still watching all this time later, hit that subscribe button. It's free. It costs nothing. If you are interested in supporting the channel, there is also a join button when you can become a member. So check that out as well. There's a little video that tells you a little bit about what the memberships do. All right, guys. Thanks so much, and as always, and I'll catch you later.